At RaceCredit.com, business credit is the name of the game. Learn how to build credit that'll look like more money than you've ever dreamed of. Both Wall Street and Main Street offer untold riches to people with credit, and RaceCredit.com can teach you how to get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Reynolds here today, and guess what? It's the 17th of December. We're almost out of time. I mean, goodness. Hard year for all of us, huh? This is RaysWebinar.com. The ultimate goal is everybody still wants to survive, and we want the American dream. But the American dream, a lot of people talk about it. All right? And they all talk, and as far as I'm concerned, unless they're handing you $50,000, $100,000 or cash or credit cards to teach you how to go get it yourself, at the end of the day, I still think it's blah, blah, blah. Why don't you get that tablet and pen today? Write the things down you're going to hear for the first time in your life. I've been doing this for 43 years. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before the coma in 2009, before I got to die. So let's understand, I brought my first $100,000 in at 9.5. $1 million at 14, double billion at 26. How the heck am I doing? But the reality is my life got destroyed and had to rebuild it again. You see, there's always some turd or some jerk trying to take it away. Come on, you fell down in the past. Who knocked you down? Was it your friend? Was it a family member too? Write down the phone number today. It's 800-510-3338. Bottom line is pretty simple. What I want you to do is what I've done all my life. I was told probably no 1 billion times. You can't do this. You can't do that. In the back of my mind, I'm saying kiss my assets and go away. You know, guess what? I got my first Lamborghini at 14.5. How'd I do? What about you? Plan the problem, flat out. Then I want you to master, listen carefully, master what's called safety credit. Safety credit is pretty simple. These are two $50,000 cards. Most people get personal credit. They jack it up. They get stuck. They can't get any more. See, the problem is you thought, basically some of you, that credit personally was free money. Until you got the bill. You see, the problem is no one's teaching the real rules and tools. You need to master the 29% rule. We'll go over that today. Then I want you to understand, I want you to plan, and I want you to think about the line of defense. Could you imagine today you're driving around your city, wherever you live, you see a Chase Bank, a Wells Fargo Bank, or one of these national banks, they shut down their piece, even a grocery store. I mean, what did they do? They bankrupt that piece, and they wrote it off on their taxes, and they're still in business today. But what about you? Problem is you didn't learn how to play. Business is a game, by the way, and you got to win. So let's write down never bring the pain home again. My journey, pretty simple. When I was a little boy, I wanted a real mommy and a daddy too. I didn't get that. I used to rip out pictures of people in magazines, pretending that was them. Oh well. But you know what I did when I ripped out the magazine? I looked at the cars, the money, the mansions. Hell, I wanted it too, don't you? So guess what? I'm going to call it getting past go. I think most of you are all stuck. I don't know why you can't go get $1 million. All right, it's not hard to do. I mean, every one of these cards right here is worth $1 million. It's not hard to do when you know how to. Let's see how I did when I got to be with Mrs. Hope from 3 to 10 years old. Oh, she was great. She got her weekly and monthly checks. But she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30. You know what? I was 3 years old. I had to learn to steal and beg, eat out of a trash can because I was hungry. She was the she-devil from hell. Oh, well. But guess what? It kind of sucked. So I got every magazine, every book I could. I was lucky in another way. God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall on most things. So what did I do? Let's see how I did. I got my Lamborghini collection. I got my Duffys. I got my 6 mansions. That was fun. I broke world records too. And on top of that, I got my helicopter, my race boat, and my yacht in my backyard. How'd I do so far? And the yacht and the race boat, and don't forget about the Ferraris too. You see, you can do this too. Come on, it's easy. I was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She's a little girl, billion-dollar little girl. She wanted a girl, but I'm a boy. I got a wee-wee. She gave me a girl's name. Hell, raised my middle name. Bottom line is she threw me away like a piece of trash. Oh, well, you see, I had to get through it too. So if you got an excuse, get over it. Go get it. It's that simple today. I'll give you raised rules, but the bottom line is I like to do the work for you anyway, because I don't want you to think. The more you think, you might screw it up. 43 years ago, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. Kind of fun. You see, at 7 years old, I heard a corporation's a legal person. I connected the dots, and I started helping out industries at 9 years old. At 9.5, I got $100,000. Hell, this is not too bad to do. But again, all I want to do is have some fun. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. My wife says if I was at home, I'd drive her crazy. Bottom line is, guess what? I just want to help all the people I can. I made another promise in that coma when I died in 2009. So let's see if I can help you today. You see, every seminar, workshop, and boot camp that I do, you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. I help guide you to get you the $1 million dream. See, the last time, or maybe currently, if you lost your job or had an emergency, what are you going to do next? You're going to run out of time, you're going to run out of money, and then you're going to jack up your personal credit in 42 days and bring the pain home. Is that true for you? You see, you're using the wrong money in the first place. So let's go back in time when I was helping Ken Yarborough, the security chief at TRW in Spirit, and training him years ago. That was fun. Why don't you do yourself a favor today? Write down Credit Services Act. When you write it down, Google it later today. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. They'll tell you credit repair is a scam, not allowed to collect money up front. But there's 10,000 companies doing that every day. They're breaking the law, by the way. Then it'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. I'd like to build a relationship with you. You ready to play? I want you to write down some rules today. You see, years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough, I came up with rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. That was fun. A couple years ago, God gave me a vision and a dream. I came up with a rapid refresh. You see, your creditors use your SSN, Social Security card, and they're not supposed to at all. So what a refresh does is it blocks it and pushes your score up. If you want up to an 820, let me know. As an example, let's look at this. They had a 500 score. I got him 157 points in 42 days. Got him a 708, but I wasn't done. When I got done, they had a basically an 820. Would you like one of those today? Let me know. The office here, they like to sell it for $4.99. It's a good price. What I like to do is basically try to discount it as much as I can. You see, we're the 17th of December, and if I don't create enough money between now and Friday, they don't get their Christmas bonus. The bottom line is we've all went through hell this year, all trying to survive too. If you want a rapid rescore today, if you're a client, okay, because it only works when you're doing credit rebuilding, by the way, all right, you would have to Zelle me $99. That's what it costs to do it anyway, so you get it for cost today, $99 to you. Now, the prices that I give are only good while I'm on the webinar. We've had people just call like about 10 minutes ago. Well, he offered this 3 days ago. Sorry, you should have did it then. The answer is no. All right, I guess you think I'm just blowing smoke. All right, the bottom line is during the webinar, you get the discounted price. After that, talk to sales. They're not going to give it away. They got to make their commission to get their basically Christmas bonus too. Now, Zelle. I love Zelle. I don't care what anybody says. Zelle is the greatest thing I think they have. I don't like merchants. I think they suck. But on a Zelle, I can track the money or deposit or basically wire too. That way we can expedite everything you want. Take a picture today. You're probably going to need that page. That's the Zelle wire deposit information for you. Me, I just want to change your life. If you want, you can basically email Gene at rayracecredit.com. Say, I Zelle for this or that. It's pretty simple. Now let's do this. Let's get out your Social Security card. Come on, pull it out of your wallet, please, sir. Please, ladies, take it out of your purse next to your feet. You got an SSN. Congratulations. You did that as a teenager because you were told to. Because we're a bunch of sheep. We get the SSN to go get the job. Did you know it actually connected to the 1040 tax return? You only got one of these. That's why you're the duck. That's why you always bring the pain home. You use the wrong money anyway. So let's do this today. When you read the card in front of you, it'll say, do not laminate, don't use for any purposes, don't carry with you. It's not even yours. There's the application you filled out as a teenager like I did. And you know what? If you look at the card right away, it'll say property of social administration and not you. Remember, your creditors aren't supposed to use it at all. Rapid Refresh blocks all the crap and shoots your score up. Isn't that fun? And today you can get it for $99 during the webinar. After that, it's $9.99 to you. Bottom line is simple. I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, and your bank account. Sorry, I think you're doing it wrong anyway. Bottom line is, let's see if I can help you today. Never bring the pain home because that's called silly and dumb. Now me, all right, bottom line is I've been in 2 comas. First one, I was 5.5 years old. I hit the curb with my face going plop. And they told me I'd never walk again in my life. Lady came up whatever the coma says, told me the good news. And she says, you got to go pee-pee, ring the bell. I ran the bell till my friggin' hand was numbed and I crawled to the toilet and I went pee-pee on my own. And I got up. There's me in a coma in 2009. I fight for everything I've ever wanted. The bottom line is I don't give up till I get it done. So today, when they say money for a rainy day, sorry, to me that's just blah, blah, blah. All I know in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. So let's think about something today. Let's say hypothetically you got an emergency. You need $5,000 now, today, now. Don't worry, if you're an entrepreneur, you've been helping everyone else. When you need money, hell, they tell you to go away. Remember, your friends and family, the bank are all going to say no. What if you had a safety credit card like I have in my hand or on the screen? See, this is the problem. You backed yourself in a corner, and you shouldn't do that at all. Personal credit should be safety credit and put aside just in case blank hits the fan. By the way, the payment would have been $50 a month. Most people waste that every other day. Could be you. Bottom line is this. They also say you waste $140 a week. I don't know if it's true, but if that's true, you waste $600 a month. Let's think about these 2 cards that are $50,000 apiece. If I had to max out one of these suckers, the payment is $612.26. So the bottom line is what the average person wastes away. They could have got basically a franchise today that's got a drive-through that stays open to pandemic, whatever it's going to be. Stop wasting money. Quit bringing the pain home. That's called silly and dumb. Now, I want you to plan the problem in the beginning flat out. Because there's always some turd or some jerk in your way going to try to take it away from you. All right? Would you lease a piece of property to a family member or a friend? I know every one of you is going to say, hell no. I hear it at the workshops and the seminars and boot camps for 43 years. Safety credit, line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it today. The bottom line is you have to learn how to repackage yourself. I want you to write the biggest goal list you've ever wanted. I want you to believe in yourself. You know, the thing is, I believe in God and I believe in me. I'm a sinner just like you. But you know what happens with me? In 1981, I broke the world record for the highest damn kick on the planet. Still today, that just proves white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. The bottom line is this. Don't listen to some dummy say you can't do this or that. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you go get it? It's up to you to believe in yourself. Now, there's that SSN in the form you signed out when you were a teenager. Oh, goody, you got a 1040 tax return. You're lucky if you got 2 write-offs at all. And you're the duck. And what happens with you? You jack up your credit cards. You drop your score. You get stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. You see, now you got your Aspire and Equifax TransUnion too. If you jack up the cards past 29%, you drop your score. This is what controls it from going up and down. And I don't care what anybody tells you. I've done this for 43 years. I'll tell you, it's 25 to 29% at all given times, flat out. You see, the other reason you got an SSN, because we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way, especially ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. Now, do yourself a favor with that tablet and pen. Write down and raise rules. Please write down $100,000 of credit. I had a lady last week tell me, that's too much, Ray. I said, when I met you, you lost your job. You were afraid to lose your damn car, your house, and feed your family. I said, please do me a favor. Be quiet. $100,000 is called safety credit. You don't ever use more than 29%. What are you going to do when you need money, truly? Ask your friends, your family, and the bank when they all say no? You got a choice in this world to basically protect yourself and know that is $71,000 of safety credit. That's what you have to teach the world before I die again. You see, what I want you to remember, if there's a pandemic like the one I died in or the current one, or the one that's coming in 5 to 10 years from now, we're not done. Look at history. But this damn time, you better pay attention. You better realize when you take your money and your credit from your family and roll the dice, all you did is hurt your family and brought the pain home. Never bring that pain home again. You're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't know what's wrong with people today anyway. Raise rules. There's that coma at 5.5 years old. Hit the curb my face. I got up. There's the next coma in 2009. That kind of sucks. We're millions and billions of dollars, and all I did is I took people on the corporate yacht parked in my backyard to watch the fireworks. But then I get to die at 5:41 in the afternoon the next day. But in that coma, I got to basically say, God, if you let me live, I'll help more people the rest of my life. I made my promise. So I had pandemic number 9. Kind of sucks. The bottom line is now we got pandemic number 19. What about the next one that's coming around? We're not done, so better basically do one thing. When you see that grocery store and bank today that shut down and bankrupt a piece and you know they're in business today and they wrote it off on their damn taxes, it's about time you learn how to play too. Don't you have to protect you and your family? If you don't want to protect it, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's my yacht, my race boat at the backyard at the time. Bottom line is I'm probably one of the most verified people on the planet today. All right, but I got to live. I had H1N1 too. Bottom line is when I finally came out of the damn coma, all right, I got to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. All right, I got no mommy and daddy to call and say, help me please. So the bottom line is simple. My family needed to eat. I knew how to block the crap on my credit report after a bankruptcy in 2010, public record too. I put my score back to an 820, and then I popped another $1 million credit card again. Hell, I don't stay down. Why do you? What's wrong with you? Are these suckers on today? Maybe you should turn them up. Maybe you should learn how to play. But again, today, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. Because there's always some country creating some crap to kill all of us anyway. The bottom line is today, why don't you think about wearing a mask? Hell, if I knew to wear a mask or a bubble around my friggin' head versus laying in that hospital being dead and some turd came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia and killed me, are you kidding me? I would have did that too. Bottom line is, it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. But that's up to you. Now, money, money, money. I love money. I really do. The bottom line is I have total recall. If I stop right now and I think of Redondo Beach Pier when I was 3, not only will I see the trash can I had to eat out of, I'll smell it too, and that sucks. So money is one of my top 10, not my top 5. But I want you to understand something, what money does for me. I don't have to steal. I don't have to beg off of a pier. I can feed my family, pay my bills. I can help you. You going to pay attention today? 9 out of 10 people hate their job anyway. What's going to happen next? Oh, goody. You and me, we're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. They're going to fire you anyway, and eventually you're going to deliver some pizza. Is that truly your American dream? Or does that suck? Bottom line, it's up to you. All I know flat out today is when I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell from 3 to 10 years old, every Wednesday night she had a poker game. I got used and abused physically and mentally, and that kind of sucked. But I don't whine and hold it back. I go kick some ass at too. You know what they said at that poker game when I stood outside my bedroom, which was the pantry that night? They said a corporation's a legal person. You know what I heard to me? My way out of hell if I could figure it out. I couldn't sleep all night. The next morning I rode my little bicycle to the Torrance Police Department because I knew it said library next door. I walked in and said, ma'am, would you help me please? Here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. Then I got pissed off. You know what? Every time you listen to motivation, you're hearing somebody's story that might have taken 5, 10 years or 30 years and blah, blah, blah. If they're not handing you the money, the credit to go get it, I think it's all blah, blah, blah. Bottom line is you've wasted $3,000 plus on crap. You all have. It's been proven. I got so pissed off that day. All right, I knew I had to do one thing for me. I had to create my own damn blueprint. I went to the library almost every day, 7.5 to 9.5 years old. Luckily, I used what God gave me up here. The bottom line is I wrote the rules and the tools. If you ever want and have the guts, yeah, I'm going to challenge you flat out. Those 12 books and CDs will show you how I brought in the $100,000 in the nonprofit. 9.5 million at 14, double billion 26. The bottom line, there's a blueprint you've been looking for all along. You know, I had $841 million of real estate, all right, in corporate structure. I was going to hit $1 billion that year, just have some fun. But I got to die in a coma and my life got destroyed. Kind of sucks. I wrote Winning the Game of Business. I wrote Buckets of Money and How to Become the Bank too. By the way, don't forget Winning the Game of Business too. Now, at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night, there was a line out around that hotel to get a hold of me. I used to sell that whole system there for $20,000 a pop. That was fun. But here's the thing. In March this last year, I was helping Credit Hotline. I've been donating my time to keep busy because I've been kind of bored. The bottom line is when they closed down their office in March, they all went home to get the extra unemployment check. In their back office, they had my inventory that my wife gave them when I was in a coma. These dummies didn't try to sell it at all. So guess what today? The office here literally will give you all 18 books and CDs for $9.99. During a webinar, I always try to get you for $2.99 or $4.99 because it's priceless to me. If I had those books and CDs when I was a little boy, shit, you have no idea. I wrote it the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. Because when we do something new, we're all stupid. We have to learn to master the rules up here. But you want something simple, called the KISS method simple, instead of $9.99 today, I was going to tell you $2.99, but I'm still trying to help to get the bonus. Listen carefully. During the webinar, okay, it's $1.99. We had 2 people do it after the webinar. We zelled them back their money yesterday. You know, we had one earlier just trying to beat them up. He'd offered this and that 3 days ago. They know one thing. If they take something I offered during a webinar after the webinar, I will fire them. This is a business. I will help them get their Christmas bonus as much as I can, but I'm not paying commission when I'm giving it away. Do you understand that today? It's during the webinar. It's pretty simple to understand. Once again, I love Zelle. I can track it, deposits, wires too. I think merchants suck, but that's just my opinion today. Zelle, wire deposits. Take a picture of the page. You ever want to play with me? Let Gina know at raisedcredit.com. Simple. Now, here's what I got to do for all of you. I'm sorry, you're going to tell me, I'll get a good number. I don't give a damn about your credit score. If you don't have the history and what it takes to get more, the bottom line is blah, blah, blah. So what I want to do is I have $10 million of history on dashboards. I'm an affiliate for 30 plus years. When I add you to one of my cards on the dashboard, hell, I get to pop you a card off my card. But I get to ask for separate billing. So I'm going to rebuild your credit. I'm going to do a wrapper rescore to block some crap, make the score go up too, give you corporations, books, CDs, and classes, and you're stuck with me. Now let's understand something flat out. Write it down. Every credit card you got in your purse or wallet today needs to be at 25 to 29%. Yes, 25 to 29%. No zero balances, and don't jack it up and drop your score some more and get stuck. I want you to understand something. I want the world to know personal credit should have been safety in the first place. It's ridiculous that people jack it up when they don't have to. I don't get it at all. It makes me so pissed off. It just infuriates the hell out of me. You got to be a qualified CFO. Now that makes sense because you can write off all the corporate credit, interest rate, and all the stuff you get too. You got the choice. You watch people around you, and I watch people complaining about rich people. My only response to them is shut up and join them. We all pay property tax and 6 taxes per gallon of gas too. Now let's think about making some money. Let's talk about real estate. Now here's my problem with real estate currently. Because maybe you want a fixer-upper, a duplex, a fourplex, an apartment complex. Understand, a lot of people aren't paying their rent or lease payment right now. We're going through a pandemic. Now, half of those people they've proved still have their job today, and they're still screwing the landlord today. That's not very fair. If I could, I'd like to convince you to do commercial real estate. If they don't pay, they got to get the hell out. The bottom line is you can leverage it by 10 too. So the bottom line is up to you. I'd like to get you a franchise, by the way. You see, I want you to think about something. I die in COVID-9. Now we're in COVID-19. We're going to get through this. 3 to 5 to 10 years from now, we got another pandemic. What are you going to do to feed your family? Are you going to train your kids what needs to be done? This is like having an earthquake, all right? We got to basically practice what we do. It's the same thing everybody needs to do. A franchise that's got a drive-through, it stays open through pandemic, whatever the hell we have. You're still going to have to need to feed your family. Don't you get it today? We can do profit sharing too. Now, when I was incorporating your rich and famous people, from Sean Penn to Magic Johnson too, and all around the globe, over 1,200 people recently, all right, in the Los Angeles neighborhood, a lot of the rich and famous people, I came up with 84 ways to leverage money. In other words, I can turn these suckers into 99 more per card. But that's $100 million. That's too much for you. When I took $100 million, I leveraged it by 10 to the second billion. That was just fun to do. So I'll teach you maybe 3 or 4 ways, because that's what you can learn to play with today. Now let's look at a Lamborghini. My favorite car. Come on. All right, you got a car today. Are you the registered owner? Really? Are you really the registered owner of the car you drive? And when you do a bumpity bump and you know someone gets mad at you, they call one of those bloodsucker attorneys on TV and sue you and take everything you got to. What's wrong with you? Their corporation should be buying you a car under tax ID and fleet price. I guess you don't want to play. Every rich and famous people today, they drive a company car and hell, they ride it out. But not you. You get your paycheck. Oh, goody. It's already been taxed. You got the leftover. You pay for a car you should not. Then you take the money and credit from the family and go, wee, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. Even your current car, that registered owner could be changed to a division of a damn corporation. Why would you ever want to be the duck? I don't get it at all. Now, I hear they call your paycheck a taxable income. Oh, goody. Are you paying the payment, the gas registration, insurance for that car today? Why don't you scream the word no? All right? I've been driving company cars all my life. And I always drive the company car. I don't have a car. Boo for me. No, I like Lamborghinis. Would you like to drive? Boom, boom. But that's up to you. Now let's take the IRS's rules and let's learn how to play. You see, a corporation can write off the interest on the card and the card too. So what does it mean? We got an SSN. It created the 1040 tax return. We got one write-off. We got one SSN. We're the duck. You're going to learn Ray's rules for safety credit. An SS4. Ooh, I love this. Look at line 10. Corporations, divisions, subsidiaries too. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. Wow. Every grocery store and bank have a branch number too. That's how they bankrupt a piece, keep the other pieces, write off on their taxes, and stay in business today. What about you? Why don't you draw what I drew in basically 1986? Been doing this for 43 years. So let's think about something today. Deadfall's SSN or SS4. You got one of these. Who wants to be the duck some more? You like being a quack today? In 1986, I wrote the rules for divisions too. So guess what? If something goes wrong with one of those pieces, we're going to do what the grocery store and the bank did. When you see one in your city today, remember me. Don't you bring the pain home again. You never had to in the first place. When I do 3 divisions for you, I put all the paper together, I send it to you, sign it, you mail it away. Then when it comes back and when it's time, I do the tax ID, add the history, and build the credit reports for you. But if you do it on your own, you don't get the credit reports or the history. So you can do it on yourself if you want to. But normally it's $500 a piece. But 3 divisions today. 3 divisions today, I was going to offer it literally for $6.99. But I'm trying to help them get their Christmas bonus. So if you Zelle $3.99 during the webinar, that's what you get. After the webinar, please do not Zelle it. We'd have to Zelle it back to you. What I say, I actually mean 110%. There's the information for Zelle. Take a picture. Let Gina know. Now see what happens with an SS4. I'll build you an Aspiria and trend you an Equifax too. You get to write off the credit, the interest rate. You get to finance the business once it's set up with the credit by itself. Why would you ever steal money from the family once it's set up? You never had to do that at all. I don't understand why people screw this up. Okay? I know. All right, we're going to write down SS4 times 4. Can you do that for me, please? Please. Don't name a corporation after you. That's called dumb. That makes you the duck. Don't name it what it does, because that's double dumb too. You got to set up the line of defense. There's always going to be some turd trying to take it away. You got 5 houses, you got 5 divisions of subsidiaries. Like every branch does. They have a bank, what's called a branch number. Oh, franchises too. Oh, your current business as well. If you allow me to, I get you $100,000 to $1 million card. Let me know. The bottom line is, I already tried giving you up to $100,000 of personal credit. See, personal credit, again, we got to convince the world that safety credit. We got to put it aside, use 29%, have safety credit, $71,000 just in case there's a pandemic or we lose our job, because at the end of the day, we still got to feed our family up to 2 years too. So let's understand, never bring the pain home. Raise rules. I want you to master them here. SSN, oh goody, 1040 tax return. SS4 in the form even says banking and credit purposes. So please remember, it's right in front of you. This is the IRS's rules. We have to follow what they say. SSN, 1040, SS4, all right, 1120, and we get to write off almost everything we get to do. Don't take from the family anymore, please. Now, one of the problems I have with some people, it's 6 out of 100 people every month. All right, no matter what I say or do, they, just screw it up. So it's warning, warning, warning. When I'm doing the program, and I ask you to do 1 or 2 things, once you're done with that, usually I'm done within about 90 working days. Now, here's what happens. Do not apply for credit during the program. When I add you with corporation divisions to my dashboards, you start getting green lights and invitations in the mail. Ignore them. All right, what I want you to do is understand, I'm going to get you a big card. A big one. Here's what I call the turd the other day on the 14th. What did he do? I did everything. He was in the middle of the program. I got him a 687. Score's going up. We're looking great. This turd, I was going to say jerk, idiot, stupidity, just pissed me off that day. He went after a credit card I got for $300. Are you freaking kidding me? All right. So what did I do to another client? I billed him up to a 621, got him an open sky. You know, his first card I got him, because he's got no credit at all, is $3,000 just as a builder card. Don't you understand? I've done this for 43 years. There's a reason I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. You might want to just pay attention. Don't violate the rules. If you do, I'm going to just kick you out of the program. It's pretty simple to do. If I offer something today during the webinar, you better jump pretty high. By the way, credit rebuilding, I love it. I got to put you in a class. I got to teach you the rules and the tools. I got to do a rapid score to get you an 820. The office sells it for $998. But during the webinar, because I'm trying to save their, Christmas bonus, I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card back to you, and I'm going to give it to you for half price, $499 today. That means you're getting twice your money you invested in yourself, and you got the credit, and you learn the rules and tools, get to the workshops with me. Now what excuse you got? How about starter package for millionaire? Now here's the thing. Every time you watch your favorite movie, you can say the lines before they do. What I want to do is hand you the articles of a corporation, officer list, tax ID. I want you in the setup class for 90 days to start putting it here. Then I want you in level 1 to set up your divisions for you so you don't bring the pain where? Home ever again. Now, it's $1,999 normally. Trying to save their Christmas bonus because they've went through hell this year too. I'm going to hand you $10,000 of credit. I'm going to give you 10 times because your investment is $999. This is during the webinar. Do not call and try to negotiate with the salespeople. We videotape and record everything I say. All right, we had one say, he offered 30 divisions. I said, just hang up on that turd. I mean, that's just the bottom line. All right, the bottom line is we want to help real people. So millionaires in the making is kind of fun. The only difference between this one and the previous one, that's $4,000. See, this comes with $25,000 of credit. And that's kind of fun. So 10 times of that, it will cost you today, $2,499, and you're getting $25,000 of cash credit back to you for the corporation divisions and for you too. Again, this is a Zelle during a webinar. If you give me referrals and they buy anything, I don't care what they buy, I'll build you another $1,000 of credit to your package too. Pretty simple to do. By the way, if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, kind of fun. If you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, go to racewebinar.com. Get the full overview and learn not to bring the pain home again, please. Now, when I was 7.5 years old, standing outside my bedroom with the pantry, I heard exactly what you're going to see in front of you. This is chapter 18 for corporations. It's not legal advice at all. So let's read line 1. A corporation is a legal person. Do you understand a corporation has more rights than you and me? And it's about time you incorporate you, even if you don't have a business. You can incorporate you too, like doctors, lawyers, and CPAs do every day. Now let's look at the United States of America Incorporated today. They set up their line of defense too, but you have not done it at all. Why not? Every state's a corporation. Every state set up a line of defense too, called cities. Every city's a corporation too. Isn't it your turn to set up what you should have done since the day you came out of high school? Oh, by the way, I need to go high school. I'm sorry. I got basically tested at T. Winkle Junior High. I got to go to Orange Coast College too. Bottom line is pretty simple for you. You see, the United States of America sets up their line of defense. These are the rules of the tool the IRS created for all of us. And what did they do when Orange County filed their first bankruptcy, Chapter 9? They planned that there was a problem too. This is your chance to learn. I know a couple of you got corporations before you met me, paid $3,000 and got a stock kit. Goody. They say that 96% of people who do corporations every day don't do a damn thing. They don't know what's next. By the way, I'll be your next. Because I'm going to give you every rule and tool you need. You know, Nixon took the gold standard out and gave him the key to the printing press. Remember, you and me, we got our SSN as a teenager to get the job to connect to the 1040 tax return. See, now you're connecting some dots. Now, here's Mama. She waited 40 weeks for her baby to be born. You know what happens? Every hospital is federally mandated that they hand Mama an SSN form for the baby. The baby's not getting a job. But you know what? We're bonded for $35 million apiece. So they got to know how much money to print. That's why they do the census as well, too. Mama can't put the baby in the stroller. The car seat can't go home till Mama gets that SSN form turned in. That's part of the administration policy, too. You got to realize, what is personal credit again? SSN? Safety credit. Leave it alone. From there, what do we get? Corporate credit. Why not? Because a corporation can write off the card and the interest rate, too. Corporations should only get credit. It should not do any business as the parent company. All right, look at all the rich and famous people today. Their corporations own companies too. So why don't you set up the line of defense for you? Divisions, debt follows SS4. Stop bringing the pain home. Rich and famous people file bankruptcy every day and stay rich and famous, but not you. Cities file bankruptcy too, but why not you? You bring the pain home. Why? Why? There's the Reynolds University. All right, before my coma. It was only 22,000 square feet, double building too, in Irvine Spectrum. Had other buildings around the globe doing $1 million plus a day, helping people like you, having fun. See, I retired at 26, and I just want to help people have more fun for you. When I do an analyzation on Saturdays at 1 o'clock, I'm going to ask you to do maybe 1 or 2 things. I can't do what I need to do until you're done doing what you need to do done too. Remember, I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday and all day Saturday. I don't like pre-recorded crap. by the way. Now, let's talk about Walt Disney. This is Newsweek. It's public record. It's pretty simple. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like some of you. They didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion. So see what they did? How did Disney does Mickey duck taxes? Oh, they just wrote an IOU. You see, if Mickey can play the game, so can you. It's public record today. Remember, personal credit, can't write it off, put it aside, safety credit. Now, I know online you're going to see some ding-dong offer in what's called what? Trade lines. That's crap. You're going to say, you don't need a guarantee too. Kiss my ass heads. I mean, so much bullshit out there, it's ridiculous. The only way you're going to get cards and lines of credit flat out is to be a qualified CFO. And in the beginning, I always want to hand you cash credit. Cash is king and queen. It takes money to get honey. Isn't that true? Bottom line is 8 cards per division. 9 lines of credit per division. Then we decide if we want some supply cards, vendor cards, marketing cards, lease cards, gas cards too. You got to be a qualified CFO, period. When I'm done with you, you'll be the most qualified CFO you ever saw on the planet today. You know what I offer today during the webinar? Jump on it while you can, because when it's done, you don't get it at that price. Credit rebuilding, an $820, $1,000 card back to you for $499. Zell. Oh, you want the starter package for the millionaire? All right, instead of $2,000, it's $999, and you get $10,000 of credit? Are you kidding me? The average corporation is $3,000 with a damn stock kit. See, I just want to cover the cost what it takes. I don't get a paycheck. I don't need one. It's kind of fun. Haven't had one for 20 years. Millionaire in the making? Wow, instead of $4,000, you get $25,000 of credit. And the fee is $2,499. You see, you get to learn everything, and I get to hold your hand for 90 days, hopefully a lifetime too. You already pissed away money, so it didn't work. Why don't you play with me? I know not everybody's going to like me. Hell, not everybody likes you. Probably your friends and family too. You just don't know. Mr. Buffett, I studied his father first, then I studied him. This man's brilliant. He's playing the damn game. It's about time you play too. Here, I'll roll the dice. Ready? Whee! It's your turn. Let's get you to step up to the plate. As an affiliate, authorized users crap. Trade lines are crap too. Still got to make you a qualified CFO. Bottom line is up to you today. Now let's remember something. I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit years ago. I can turn every card you got in your purse or wallet today to 99 more. Now we got to follow the rules. The IRS has the rules and tools. We got to do exactly what they tell us to do. Did you know the only credit you can write off is the corporate credit? Cards interest rates too. So the bottom line is let's incorporate you. Bottom line is this. Raise rules, there's 20,000 of those. If you want to billion. If you don't want to billion, you just want a million, basically it's pretty simple. It's only going to take you basically 1,000 rules to play that game. And if you got the intent to rip anybody off and defraud them, sorry, I'd have to testify to hit you in a court of law. Now you got 3 divisions coming right in front of you. Pay attention, please. Corporation, no business at all. It gets credit. It manages the divisions. What happens if something goes wrong? Oh, we're not going to go boo-hoo this time. We're going to do what that bank and grocery store did in your neighborhood. We're going to disconnect the piece, isolate it, incorporate it, can't save the piece. We're going to bankrupt that piece, keep the other pieces, and we're sure in the hell aren't going to bring the pain. Where? Home. Why would we do that? That makes no sense at all. We get to play the same rules they get to. When you bought your house the last time, sorry to say, I'll probably say you did it wrong anyway. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. If your assets are not in a trust today and somebody sues you, they screw you and take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate, and your family got diddly squat. Isn't it about time you learn how to play? Let's think about something today. Let's go fix up a property. Remember, I said house, car, bank account, and more. I want to repackage your whole damn life by the time I'm done with you. The bottom line is this. When you pick up the house, you want to fix it up. Well, that's good. You're going to hire a contractor who's going to hire one of those subcontractors that's down outside Home Depot. Good workers. By the way, why don't you think about everything you do in property and quickly deed it to a division? Why don't you do an assignment of equity too? So at the end of the day, they can't sue you at all. They get diddly squat. Hell, why not? The bottom line is I've fought for everything I've ever had. I've heard no a billion times. The hell with that. Let's go figure out a way that the IRS learns and teaches how to play. If you don't have a trust today, Google irrevocable trust. Someone I'd pick if I was you. Kind of fun too, but do what you want to do. By the way, you still got to fix that property today. Oh, did you make a mess and try to play peekaboo with the IRS? Why would you do that? I don't want to pay tax, Ray. Oh, stop the bull, L&E. Give me a break. IRS flat out. The corporation doesn't pay tax, so it makes a profit. It's the greatest thing they created since the beginning of time. So if you made a mess with the IRS, do yourself a favor. IRS.gov. See if they'll do their magic wand and give you a forgiveness program. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system where it belongs. Get your COVID-19 check too. Now, what I want you to do when you fix up a property, listen carefully, please. I want you to have divisions. See, I want you to go to the manufacturer and save up to 70%. I don't want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. You see, I'm in the original OPM. Other people's money too. So when you fix up that property, escrow will pay off all the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Oh, goody. Don't act like you're rich. Here's the biggest problem, ladies and gentlemen. Most men get some money in their pocket and they piss it away. Right, ladies? You want to kick his assets some days? It's ridiculous. You got to learn how to leverage and play first. You got to step up to the big boy playground today. Oh, you had $10,000, $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away? Why didn't you leverage it to $1 billion before you spent a dime? Borrow money's not taxable. Write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money. Borrow money's not what? Taxable. Set up the line of defense. There's the Reynolds of diversity. Simple. Before the comma. I want you to think about something today. Banks borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back 5 to us. You see, I could teach you how to take 1,000, all right, leverage it to 15 to 50,000 in 90 days or less. And then we just keep multiplying the hell out of it, and we only spend the borrowed money. We borrow against it some more. Don't you realize that's how the game is played? Now, if you did what I told you to do, you'd have up to $3 million. Why don't we take some of that money and go get a franchise today? Hey, how about leveraging money and learn Ray's rules too? You want a franchise? Let's pick one that's open during any damn pandemic, because we're not done. These countries are going to create something else coming down the road too. This time you're getting prepared. By the way, you're going to have to beat your own doubt. You get to run your own damn race too. But I'd like to coach you the rest of my life if you allow me to. Kind of fun. Now, I'm not going to show anything I didn't get myself, from the mansions, the helicopters, and the yachts. I got to get you past go. You see, what I want you to think about is this. You can stock the shelf or you can own the friggin' store. What do you want to do? Now, here's the problem. I always get people going boo-hoo-hoo. Now, by the way, I'm also a pastor. You ought to see some people that come with their sad stories. Okay? I got more sad stories than anybody could line up. Give me a break. I shake them up and get them through that crap, too. So let's understand something today. Don't accept your damn surroundings. Born in a taxi, raised in Carson, Long Beach, Torrance, Watts, too. And first name's a friggin' girl's name. You try living with that at school. So don't give me your excuses. It's time to see it, believe, and go get it. It's that simple for you. God's gift. This was my favorite one out of my 6 mansions at the time. See, I parked my race boat in my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? I'm always from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I don't like blah, blah, blah. I like the helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the building, too. Hell, wouldn't you? Bottom line is this. I want you to change your driver's license. Please write it down. Because when I do workshops and everything else, I'm going to train you so many things. Half the time, I'm going to tell you what to do. All right? I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to say, you're going to do this, this, and that, and you write it down. Because I don't have time for you to make mistakes. I don't want you to think anyway. You see, the last time you wrote a check over here, your driver's license showed your home address. They went to go rob your house. Amazing. You give out your address to everybody. They can sue you and take everything you got. Why don't you think about Ray's rules? All right, don't bring the pain home. And why don't you look up the Driver's Privacy Protection Act? It's about time you protect you and your family. Now, the car you drive today, oh goody, it's in your name. I want that changed too. Workshops, I'm going to show you how to take the existing car you got, change your registered owner from you. Why the hell would you be a duck? The last time you bought a car, you let someone sweat you for hours on end. You got up to 9 inquiries, lost $5,000 too. They hand you a paper. We got to run your credit. We need your permission. When you sign that damn paper, you should have wrote down next to your signature, allows 1 inquiry. You should have took a picture. What's wrong with you? Oh, you're just going to let some car salesperson? Oh, can you imagine? You're sitting there, all right? He's got an ugly tie, he's sweating to death, and there comes the sales manager, change the rules again. Then you get to the finance manager. Hell, they change everything like you weren't even there for 2 hours. Isn't that fun? It's about time you buy a car at Fleet Price and Tax ID. I don't know about you, but I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris too. Look at all of them. Isn't it fun? But again, it's up to you. I don't drive a car that belongs to me. That'd be terrible. And when you drive $1 million cars like these, guess what? People like to slam on the brake, give you the finger too, and cut you off as well. I guess they want their free ride with those nasty attorneys on TV. What if you went to the grocery store or the bank today and you accidentally bumped someone's car, a little bumpity bump? They're going to act like they got whiplash. They're going to die. Then they're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. And you know what's going to happen? Your heart's going to fall out of your chest. You're all going to go like the lady the other day. I wish I would have listened to Ray. It's about damn time. Your address for your driver's license, can you change it right away, please? You can do it online, by the way. Did you know the insurance that you're paying for that car should be paid by a corporation and write it off versus your what? What do they call it again? Taxable income? And please don't tell me you're the duck. You're the registered owner? Are you kidding me? Don't you see enough of these bloodsucker attorneys on TV? If you've been in an accident, call blah, blah, blah today. You see, the registered owner of a car should never be a person. It needs to be a division. Because you want to make sure at the end of the day they get diddly squat. Why not? Corporation, 3 divisions. They follow what? That follows SS4. When you drive around that city today and you see that bank and grocery store in your local neighborhood, the bankrupted piece still in business, wrote off on their taxes, remember me. Because I'm telling you what you're allowed to do. But you got to follow through. 3 divisions today. Tax IDs, prepared, you get them, you sign them, send them away. Add the credit reports and have some history too. $3.99 is a giveaway today. Trying to help them get their Christmas bonus because that's during the webinar. If you do it after the fact, it doesn't count at all. You Zelle. Every bank uses Zelle. That's pretty simple to do. Let Gina know. Now, what did I do on July 3rd, 2009? My wife says, honey, can we take people from the church and the school and the yacht? My question was, which one you want to take, honey? We got the largest U-Dock. We got a couple of yachts, got race boats too. She said the one, medium one. Okay. What did we do? I took a corporate card. I said, fill it up. I wrote off the card, the interest rate, and the yacht too. It was $1,600, by the way. Check out the address. Hell, that's the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. The bottom line is we took and watched the fireworks on July 4th. Whee! The next day I get to die. Some turd came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia. Should have wore a mask. If I knew who they were at the time, I could have threw them over and fed them to the sharks versus being in a coma and getting to die. There I am, July 5th, 5:41. Kind of sucks. But I made my promise to God. He let me come through the coma, help you. I had pandemic number 9. Now we got number 19. What happens when we get another pandemic, whatever they want to call it? Are you going to be prepared this time and train your children's children to be aware how to repackage their assets correctly and make sure you can always feed your family? 5 weeks after the coma with an oxygen tank, I had to file a bankruptcy. My life got destroyed. I still basically pushed it off, sealed it, got an 820 score. Then I popped $1 million card again. I don't stay down. Why don't you play with me and I'll teach you how never to stay down too. But it's up to you. If you're a client, only a client, the Rapid Rescore works with credit rebuilding. So if you're not a client, do not pay attention to Rapid Rescore. Because if you want me to push up your score, I got to rebuild it and a rapid rescore simultaneously. And then the score goes, whee! There's 157 points. There's an 800. Would you like one? The office sells it for $4.99. I was going to offer $1.99 today, but they keep bugging about their Christmas bonus. I said, got to bring it in to pay it. You can't take money out of nothing. We've all had a bad year. So today, if you want that in your client, it's $99 if you sell it during the webinar. And if you don't, oh well, they're going to charge you $4.99. Bottom line is there's the Zelle information. Now, let's look at a Lamborghini. You're going to see these all the time. I love Lamborghinis. I mean, look at the damn doors. But that building and that Lamborghini were purchased under tax ID. Reach the dream. Think can be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Raise rules. Follow through. You give me 90 days, I'll be at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp for you, and I'll hold your hand. I'll point you in the direction to the $1 million dream, answer your questions, and do the most work for you, too. I don't want you to screw it up. I want it done right. Motivation, I love it, but it's never enough. You know, every time I listen to motivation, I do every morning because I want to hear it too. I'm always hearing, it took me 10 years, I did this, or 20 years, or 30. It's like, shut up. You can motivate me, but don't tell me that I can go get it if you're not handing me the money and the credit to go get it. At the end of the day, I don't need blah, blah, blah. I need a damn blueprint. You got a story. Let's hear your story for once. Let's get you an 820. Let's get you 100,000 of credit. Let's get you a corporation divisions too up to $1 million. Stop being stuck. And what's next for you is pretty simple. It's me. We're going to have some fun. Raise rules. We're going to play. By the way, like I said in the beginning today, I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account. I want to repackage your whole damn life. It's fun. So the bottom line is if you want to, it's like the 18 books and CDs that we got. When we're out of stock, I can't print them again. So today, the office sells them for $9.99. I was going to offer for $2.99, but I still got to help them get their Christmas bonus. If you want a blueprint that I got in the 100,000, million, double billion, it's right in front of you. Bottom line is simple. Today, if you Zelled $1.99, it's a giveaway. It basically takes care of the cost of shipping and handling. $199 is 18 books and CDs to you. It is definitely a giveaway during the webinar, not after the webinar. There's a Zelle. Bottom line, it's up to you. Let Gina know during the webinar. Now, I don't like credit repair. It's against the law. All right? Basically, the Credit Services Act will tell you, the Credit Repair Organization Act. I've been doing this for 43 years. All right? Witness protection. Usually we'd seal the damn record. All right? From there, set up another file. That's why they created a CPN for that purpose, not for people to screw their creditors again and again. If you want me to rebuild your credit, you want a rapid rescore, and I'll get you up to the 820. It's very simple. I always want to hand you credit back. All right? My wife says I'm a pleaser. Could be true. But what I like to do is give you twice as much you invest back to you to take away excuses. $4.99, you know that's a giveaway. And you get into workshops with me too. The starter package for a millionaire. Everybody says they want to be a millionaire. But we want you to be a millionaire corporation. Articles, books, CDs, and classes with me. All right? $9.99 and I'm handing you $10,000 back and you get the pieces and the goodies and change your life today. Millionaire in the Making workshop, instead of $4,000, is $2,499 today, during the webinar. And you're getting $25,000 of cash credit built for you. Bottom line is you can Zelle it, wire it, deposit it, but Zelle's my preference today. Bottom line is the 14th Amendment and made the corporations into people. I didn't make that. I just master the rules and the tools, anything I ever play with. I always want to win. So the United States of America, they want to win too. They wrote the rules. I don't know why you don't know how to play. I mastered these at 9.5 years old. And what they do, they basically have 50 states are all corporations too. See, they set up their line of defense. That's the rules we get to play with too. And you know what the city did? All right, the corporation, the states set up their cities too. That's the line of defense, ladies and gentlemen, and it's your turn. All right? If you don't do it, I'm sorry. I don't know how you're going to do it without me. Bottom line is you're going to be guessing. I don't want you to guess anymore. When you have, basically never have joint credit, because that's wrong. All right? When you buy a house, it's escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. In corporations, please, please don't name it after you, especially some of you men. You got so much macho syndrome, it's ridiculous. I want you to be a damn janitor. That's what my email says about me. I don't want to own a damn thing at all, because that makes you the duck. All right? Don't name it what it does. You can't do multiple functions now. I want you to do 5 types of businesses and have fun. But the bottom line is this. Get up to $1 million of credit as well. You got to set up the line of defense, because there's always something going wrong. Master Ray's rules. It's pretty simple to do. Bottom line today, like I said in the beginning, I want you to plan the problem, because there's always somebody trying to take it away. Safety credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Never bring the pain home again. Pretty simple to do. From here, it's 2020. I love that. The reality is we've went through a hard year for all of us. And all we can do is give it back to God and say, help me, please. At the end of the day. From there, 2021, the good thing about that on a brand new corporation or division, I can go after a line of credit, even a Bank of America, up to $150,000, and I don't have to have a tax return because it's going on its second year. But if you don't have that, oh well. There's only 9 of those, and that's $5.4 million, by the way. Would you get to write off that too? The American dream. Everybody talks about it. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. I like to challenge them all. I'm going to come out strong after this is over and we're going to be back in front of people. I'm going to name every motivational speaker and say, get your ass down here today. I want you to tell these people why you've been doing blah, 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 and tell them not how to play the game. They need the money. Money or credit. It's the only way you can get through this. Give me a break. Bills need to be paid. You got to set up the line of defense. You got to master Ray's rules today. During the webinar, I gave you some prices today. Credit rebuilding, half price, $4.99, a $1,000 card back to you. If you sell it during the program, during the webinar, the starter package for a millionaire, you're going to get $10,000 of credit, half price today. It's $999 to you. Next one is the Millionaires in the Making. Instead of $4,000, it's half price today. You're getting $25,000 of credit, 10 times your investment, which is $2,499 today. All I know is I can help every one of you, and I'll even guarantee it. Stay safe, stay strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. All I know is born in a taxi, 2 comas, all right, shot twice, knife 6 times, middle name is Ray, my first name's a freaking girl's name, and a hell of a lot more you don't even know. And if I can see it, believe, and go get it too, so can you. But at the end of the day, all right, when I sign off, what our prices are for today are off the table. They're not allowed to give them to you. You can call and get the current price above that. It's toll free. It's 800-510-3338. At the end of the day, don't you ever forget, God loves us all.